watch this.
This is just what I imagine space-time foam to look like.
We're at Common Ground. I'm with William, who you met before, right? You remember William? Well, those of you who have been around for a while. So why is this like space-time?
This is actually nearly the perfect geometry for space-time. You can see it's got almost like a honeycomb structure to it. So this geometry is nearly exactly like space-time, and it's called the space-time foam.
The space-time what?
Space-time foam.
Foam.
And so you can almost even see the dynamics where you have this fluctuating foam of particles coming into existence and popping out of existence.
Whoa, cool,
It's this,
right.
Quantum fluctuating dynamic. Perfect.
Perfect. This stuff is perfect. Gin is amazing. Right. Well, and it's also just very good, I mean, just watching bubbles.
It kind of really brings you into the now moment.
Yeah. In each pocket of air.
But of course, the only difference between this and the actual space-time foam,
Yeah.
the quantum vacuum foam, is that each one of these would be a wormhole.
A wormhole, right.
You have like maximum sphere packing, so that actually there's really no empty space as you would think about it. But if you could see it like three-dimensional, we're just kind of seeing like a two-dimensional.
Yeah.
You can see it in three-dimensional. You would see overlapping like spheres. You see how they kind of overlap.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
three-dimensional.
Yeah.
Form a flower of life.
Totally.
Atomic solids. Because of the pressure of the adjoining bubble.
Yeah.
Press it in so that it's not spherical. It'll be like octahedral, tetrahedral, dodecahedral, icosahedral, so that you actually have those platonic solid structures that are formed from the interaction of the spheres. This kind of represents the energy dynamic of the vacuum.
Yeah.
So you have, this would be like an infinite reservoir
Yes.
of potential energy. And here you can see it coming out of the virtual vacuum,
Yeah.
of the potential energy. And it's coming up and becoming physical, real physical.
Right.
And then of course some is dissipating.
Is that like the past leaving? Is that like old? I mean, when something fluctuates and appears out of the vacuum, and then it's happened, and it's like that. Is it like I kind of see it like lots of little bubbles bursting, like the me a moment ago, and the moment ago, and the moment ago, and the moment ago, like that's like popped. You know? So like the history popping out of existence. I mean, I guess it goes back. I mean, it's all the information is still in the whole mess, but
Because
like, would you have the rest of this, like, on the other side?
yeah, and so this is just gas, right? This air.
Yes.
So here it's going back to the air. And if this was a truly representative, truly dynamic process, you'd see where it gets forced back in to the infinite reservoir. So that you've got a constant like feedback. Now, and the bubbles popping, like becoming the past. Only thing is they stay imprinted in the two-dimensional surface.
The surface, right?
Yeah,
so this is like the cell wall, for example.
And actually, seriously, if you saw a cell wall up close,
Yeah.
This is what it would look like. This geometry right here. And it would be doing this fluctuating thing.
Right.
Just like this. And you'd have new lipids coming up. It's like, and that's where you have all the information encoded.
Right. And then you have the light shining through that's creating the projection from the story that's mapped onto the cell wall. Like a projection screen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I see it. Kind of like the this thing, like the kind of the like from the center, like as the cell wall is doing this and creating the like reality story, the light shining through it to create this illusion of like a projector screen.
Yeah. And so that is the mitochondria.
Right.
The powerhouse of the cell. I've got a video you need to see. It is so awesome, so good. It's like inside the cell, and it's got like some of the best animation. So like where
I'll put a link.
It must see, like so fantastic. There's a quote from it. Basically, the biological system is a masterpiece of design. It's like so perfect.
So is this like when life gets really challenging, bumpy, when the stuff comes up? You know, it's like the pressure rises, ready to like pop into the next reality, and either you stuff it back down and then it gets stored back in the body, or it actually gets seen and resolved and reconfigured. Because this is kind of how I feel often, like right before a session or right before Holy Shift. It's like you can kind of feel when there's big astrological shifts going on, and you can feel like change becoming more obvious.
You've got so much bubbling up to the surface.
Yeah.
And actually, there becomes so much information density that it becomes overwhelming. Yeah. It's like there's too much to process.
Unless you have Holy Shift or session. And then it can be seen in the configurations, and like the shift can happen more smoothly.
You re-imprint on the information structure.
Well, I wonder what it is. Is it re-imprinting or is it de-printing? Because it feels more like de-printing.
Yeah, but when something is assimilated in an orderly manner, I can almost be akin to resolving the issue, but
which is ultimately the dissolving into the wholeness and recognizing you're just part of the whole.
Exactly.
You are the movement, you're not the momentary configuration of existence.
That's it right there. That's exactly. You are the movement. That's like the absolute truth. Right? That's the biggest.
And that's why it's everything, and that's why the body piece, like, because that's where we experience movement, and until we can experience the intricacies of that this is just movement, and that's health. Like health is movement. Things that don't.
And where there's not movement, or where it's not moving properly,
Yeah.
that
Disease and decay.
So if you can go in
Yeah.
and get it to move properly, you don't have disease.
Right. But you can't go in to a belief that thinks it's rigid and push it, because then that just makes more push.
You see, that's kind of where I was coming from with the assimilation.
It has to be seen and dissolved. You have to. It has to be seen from like both surfaces. That can be. It's like a recognition of being seen on that level. I guess that level being like a surface that moves. It's like. It's like two eyeballs being able to see each other, but recognizing it's the same. That then it can like dissolve from the inside out. It's hard to put into words, but it's so different from like witnessing so many other like health systems or modalities that are like, oh, here's a place where it's not moving and I'm gonna like move it. Which kind of takes away from the whole self-recognition of...
Because it really does push back, and it pushes back stronger.
Right.
You know, it's like, yeah.
Whoa. I think our food's ready.
Oh, I've been calling it.
Beach. To be continued on the beach. This is William Brown. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, but
I need to work on it.
Well, my website.
William Brown, scienceoflife.com. Yeah. I'll put the link below. See you in the next video.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's delicious.
This stuff is amazing. I'm trying to work out how I can take it back to New York in my suitcase. My phone just got initiated with filming bubbles. Look how good this is. Amazing. Look. Yeah.